Dun, 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 dun. How are we doing? We are back again, and welcome back. Episode 5 of our fantasy series into the 2025 season. We're getting close. Our draft's coming up. This is actually going to be the last video you see before our draft in real time.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll have a couple more come out at the end of the season. I have a little schedule at the end that I'll tell everybody about. But welcome back. How you doing? What was that?
I don't know. I heard a door.
We're going to live breaking and entering.
Yeah, how are we doing?
I'm doing good today. Tuesday? Just another week. A lot of BS at work.
Long day today.
Trying to finish a lot of stuff before we have Friday off. The usual.
Yeah, I got some OT in today, so I kind of like that for paycheck-wise.
Throw a couple extra bones at the casino on Saturday.
Couple extra dollars on black.
We got kind of a different show today. No rankings or anything. We're just going to go through the news. We have a couple different segments for you guys today. So we have something that we kind of put together as we want to show as we get into the draft season. Just some high upside guys. Not upside, but more so we like the value where these guys are going.
Yeah, value guys.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Based on their ADP. So we have a list of each position that we're gonna tell you, and then also we just have a few tips, general draft tips that we've kind of come up with that we've obviously gone. We played fantasy for a long time now, so doesn't necessarily mean we're experts, but just something that we've kind of things that have helped us as we've done fantasy for so many years. So we're gonna share a couple tips with you guys, and we'll talk a little about our trip at the end. So
Let's do it.
That being said, we'll get right into the news.
News team, assemble!
New drop.
New drop. We're improving every episode, okay? Even my timing with everything, it'll get there.
Let us know if you know where that's from.
Okay. So we got the news. Not so much preseason stuff, just some injuries / roster news. I feel like a lot of stuff is happening pretty quick here.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these stories that kind of just have come out of nowhere. So we'll start with Brian Robinson from your Manders.
The Manders.
Your heavily invested Manders. He's been sitting out, or he sat out the preseason game, right? Amidst the trade talk, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Seems out of nowhere that they want to trade him.
Yeah, he gone.
Yeah, and the stock for him has just gone way down. And I think even you mentioned you saw something a while back.
Mm-hmm.
What was that on PFF? Or
I was on Twitter. I saw a tweet. A guy was just like,
Washington Beat reporter or something.
yeah. I think he even said, like, I don't even have sources here, but my wild take is that Brian Robinson won't even make the roster.
Yeah, the things I've been reading is they're either going to trade him or cut him. So, like you said, this could be a new regime thing.
Unless
this
rookie.
Yeah. Krosky Merritt. What's his first name?
Yeah, it's Jacory.
Jacory.
But fun fact here,
Jacory Krosky Merritt.
After reading up on him, and you could just Google this, he prefers to be called Bill.
Bill Merritt.
He earned the nickname
Bill Crosby.
He earned the nickname Bill as a child due to his haircut and resemblance to the Little Bill character. So,
Little Bill.
I guess we're gonna call him
Little Bill.
Bill Merritt. I don't know.
Bill Nye. Bill Cosby.
So yeah, Jacory
Bill Cosby Merritt.
Krosky Merritt. But to him, he wants us to call him Bill.
All right. Well, Phil's stock is rising heavily, as we've seen in ADP.
Just learned this today, so it's great.
He had a 27-yard TD run in the last preseason game. So I was just telling Matt before we started recording, this might seem like a stay away of this backfield. I know you like Eckler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm throwing Eckler out there as a starting back or anything like that, but late round value, I don't mind it.
Right.
Especially, I got Jaden, and he likes to check down a lot. And I mean, he used Eckler a lot last year.
He did. I thought when Eckler was going there, it was definitely the end of his career, but he had a few good games and shows at least PPR value, maybe a flex option.
So this is the guy, if you watched one of our videos, I don't know which one it was, but I was like, there's a rookie that went to New Mexico and had like 1,700 yards.
was
And
one-
so this is the guy. I want to say, yeah, so it was New Mexico in 23. Ran for 1,700 yards, 17 touchdowns. Team was terrible. Transferred to Arizona last year, played in one game, and then they said, you're ineligible. So has no college experience with like the power teams and playing any games really. So
Has got a really long name. Reminds me of Tyrion Davis Price, the old Niner.
he's somewhere now.
He wasn't Philly, but I think he is somewhere.
Yeah,
I
he's
saw
somewhere.
that name somewhere.
Yeah, this is, I mean, 7th round draft pick. Who knows? Like nobody was talking about this guy. And now you hear all the rumors about
I put him in my rankings.
Rob.
I put him in my rankings today. So if that means anything. So that's something to monitor. And next, we got a couple quarterback decisions to talk about. So obviously, you've seen the wall. You've seen our wallpaper. You've seen the board bets. We have added something.
You have added something.
I have added something. This is the official retirement ceremony of Anthony Richardson. You'll always be remembered in my heart. It's one of my favorite players over the last year. Not over the last 10 years, but no, in all honesty, it's just a jersey thing that I wanted to put up. But
We're gonna add like that Sarah McLachlan song, like "In the Arms of an Angel."
Eli's Ring of Honor. How about that? Where Daniel Jones, good Lord, was named the starter for Indy.
I love it. I love it. I think it's the right move. It's the right move. Pittman stock up, down stock up. I'm moving Taylor up.
Pass catchers.
I'm moving Taylor up for sure.
Tyler Warren.
Yeah, like, and if this isn't because Dimers is like an amazing quarterback, but like I don't want to like come to his defense here, but like he's been on terrible teams. He's had no one.
No, it's not going to change.
And he hadn't, but no, I mean, I think his weapons here will
more
be
balanced than it was in New York.
And not only that, they have one of the best O lines. Which, how many times did we watch Giants games and it was just him scrambling for his life? So yeah, I think I'll probably go out there and say that someone's drafting him in our league.
Dimers?
Yeah.
And our league, once again, reiterating.
QB2 here, obviously. We're in a 2-quarterback league.
I'd say most, if not all, the quarterbacks get drafted, except for like probably the Saints guy won't get drafted. It's usually like 20 set. Like each team has 2 to 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's like 28, but 28 to 30 quarterbacks.
I think he's going to be a streamer some weeks.
Yeah.
So,
no, I mean, eventually, like once you look at our league, you get into the second half of the year. Some of us are starting freaking Mitch Trubisky and Aiden O'Connell, and
I was starting Andy Dalton.
Injuries happen, so he will sadly be relevant again. And for Anthony Richardson,
I think it's done. now
that they just decided to go with Dimers now from day one.
Well, you didn't mention what Steichen said too.
That he's the starter for the season.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's more so, do we really still know what Anthony Richardson? We know what Daniel Jones is. Do we know what Anthony Richardson is? That's kind of my thing. Not to just play devil's advocate, but I kind of am.
I mean, yeah, to me, it doesn't.
He's never played a full season yet.
For me, it's more of the other guys. I think everyone's stock just went up. With Richardson, we saw Richardson last year getting made fun of for going 4 for 14 and having terrible completion percentage.
Yeah, not consistent for sure. Once again, hasn't put a consistent stretch of games together. So that probably all factors in. But there we go. And then along with that decision came one from Cleveland with Joe Flacco. So you were also telling me before this, you're excited about their pass catchers as well.
I'm not saying I wouldn't say excited, but I do think like you took him in one of our trivias, Judy. It's like, I think with the Colts receivers, Flacco's
going to air it out.
Yeah. Flacco Flacco's at the stage of his career now where he don't give two Fs.
I mean, he did when he was in Cleveland 2 years ago.
Right. And Njoku, I think he's
maybe a little.
There was actually
tick up for him.
I think there was. I don't know if I read something or saw something. I can't remember. But Njoku was like juiced. Like he wanted it to be Flacco.
You saw not last year, but the year before, that last quarter of the season when Flacco came in and Njoku fucking helped win people championships.
Yeah.
So
how long it's Flacco? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that team's not going to be great, but they're going to be fun to watch. Throw the ball around. I think for Njoku, he's kind of in that Laporta Hawkinson range. You think he kind of jumps both of those guys as the top tight end in that tier?
Yeah, when we did our rankings, according to the like PFF and other ESPN rankings, I was lower on Njoku.
Mm-hmm.
Part of it was because I had no idea who the quarterback was going to be. He's always been like a just raw talent, big dude, like potential.
Big game potential.
So I think, he could fit right into what we're going to be talking about today. I mean,
Sure.
it's a tight end, but still,
right.
just gives you more reason to wait on that tight end. And I think Njoku can play a much better value. It's like even Laporta, where Laporta's going.
Right. So those are some of the roster moves. We have a note here that Cam Ward had a scuffle with the defensive tackle in practice after doing his signature zombie land celly.
Yeah, and we just learned what that was.
Yeah, we're old now.
So I have seen NFL players do this. The Niners did it after they scored a touchdown in Seattle, I want to say it was. We don't need
some Washington relevance because
so I looked it up. His coach at Washington State. So Cam Ward transferred to Miami. Before that, he was at Washington State. The coach that went there was from, I'm blanking on the team. He came from another school, like Western Kentucky, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the ones that like invented this celly. We're not, yeah. You know what it makes me think of, honestly?
I should do this to you all the time now when you say something stupid.
It makes me think of you remember a song "Roses" by Outkast?
Smell like poo poo.
Yeah, that's what it made me think of.
Smell like poo poo. Yeah, he's gonna be doing that after throwing 3 pick sixes in his debut. Nah, I'm kidding. I actually have decent hope for that team to look better than they did last year. So that was funny. And so now we got some injury news. I'm gonna zoom through these real quick.
I wanted to say real quick before we get into that.
Mm-hmm.
I was taking way too long to try to get to it. But just going back to Cleveland, they have an awful schedule. So
bad.
But they have a really good defense.
Yeah, it's always the crappy part about them.
But week 1,
who they got?
They got the Bengals.
Oh.
And
where is it at?
It is at home.
Okay, Joe Burrow usage is pretty bad.
Yeah, we were just talking about this. So I think right away, people might.
Like Judy and Njoku are going to thrive right away.
Even in the preseason game, I think all 4 different commanders had they had
against the Bengals,
huge chunk runs.
Yeah.
And their first game against Philly, they looked terrible, their defense.
Mm-hmm.
So
it could get off to
week 1, Jerome Ford is already in play, and I don't know. Later down the line, we'll see what happens with the rookie.
Right.
If the league chooses to step in and
we don't really know.
Make any suspension.
We don't know too much about that yet.
After saying that, Njoku and Judy, not that I'm excited, but their stock is rising. I'm looking at their schedule now. So week 1, it's Cincy, but then they got at Baltimore, Green Bay, at Detroit.
Gross.
So, but they have a really good defense. That's the thing. So I feel like they're going to be in some of these games just because of their defense.
I feel like that's been their MO for the last several years anyway.
But anywho, yeah. I just want to throw that out there.
So getting into the injuries, Justin Jefferson. So when we started this show, I said that we'll kind of cover all the news going forward. So that was about, when was that? few weeks ago, a month ago.
Mhm.
So Jefferson's back to practice. He was not practicing this entire time with a hamstring injury, which he dealt with in 2023 when he missed several games. So that's good to see. Kind of get him back out there. Hopefully he's good for week 1.
Yeah, once you get closer to week 1, like you want to see.
Yeah, you don't want to be drafting.
You
guys
want to
for 4
see the
games.
guys, even like the top tier guys. Like obviously you're like, oh no, they're fine, they're just resting, but like you want to see them at least get some practice in.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Malik Neighbors and Cam Scadaboo practice Tuesday after they both have not been practicing for a little while.
Yeah, Neighbors has been 2 weeks. Scotty might be around the same because he got hurt.
Yeah, around the same. So that's good. T McMill.
Yeah, we're not saying T Mac.
Tech McMillan.
He ain't the real T Mac.
Another hamstring injury. Doesn't seem too serious, as Coach Dave Canales mentioned it's just a little tight due to his workload during the preseason. So
yeah, when I first read that,
the breaks, Dave.
When I first read that, I thought he meant like the preseason game, and I was just like, he had like one target.
He's just pushing it too hard in practice.
But yeah, I guess in practice he's
got that dog
burning all the defenders. Not saying much because Carolina's defense was literally, I think, the worst like all time last year.
Mm-hmm. Najee Harris, one-eyed Najee, did drills for the first time in training camp. So you mentioned a little bit to me about Amarian Hampton. Yeah, so you mentioned that you've been up and down on Hampton. So where are you kind of now? Najee's coming back. Does that factor in at all? I know you've read a couple reports from Greg Roman saying, hold up. He's not.
I've read that, and I've read that just the history of Greg Roman running backs, it's not good.
Not good, Jim?
Yeah, it's just they have guys. Like, obviously, he was in San Francisco when Jim was there, Harbaugh, and now he's back with Jim. But, yeah, the numbers weren't great for any Greg Roman running back, which I don't like seeing, because on the flip side of that, it's part of the reason why I'm still like kind of in on Genty as like draft him high, because Chip Kelly has like the exact opposite, where like he's just produced Sean McCoy and even in college, stud running back. So we'll see. I think it's going to be a fun offense. Herbert, I've always liked Herbert. They got Ladd, bringing back Keenan. I think that's going to be good for the offense as a whole.
Right. Bringing
in the vet. Keenan knows what he's doing out there as long as he stays healthy. And then, yeah, we'll see. I've never liked Najee. Sorry, Najee, but I just remember watching his games. And I know, like, I think last year he was actually not bad. His first couple years, I just remember just him getting stuffed. And everyone was saying, like, Warren's got the more juice. He needs to be out there.
Najee is just kind of like...
But he's gotten a freaking 1,000 yards every year.
He's just a budget bruising running back. He's a budget Derrick Henry, a budget bruiser, where he kind of gets better as the game goes on. He'll give you a 2-yard run, 2-yard run, 2-yard run, 6-yard run, and just kind of eventually wear the defense down.
Can't hate on him too much, though, because I believe he's from Antioch. So that's our neck of the woods.
Shout out Najee Harris. Yeah, we're Bay Area guys, obviously, with our Niners and Giants jerseys, but had to throw on the Giants Junkie Lee homer tonight. Anyway.
Yeah.
Matt Stafford. This back thing has been a problem, but he's back to practice Monday and Tuesday. McVay said they're still taking it day to day, week to week. He's not 100%.
Yeah. When he threw in the week to week, I was just like,
we only got a couple weeks left.
Yeah. You would think that a lot of the veterans do this. You see it all the time with running backs and receivers where like I feel like AJ Brown's one of them, where like they just don't practice until like Thursday.
Oh, that's most. Yeah.
So I would imagine, yeah, Kamara's a good one. I would imagine for the rest of like camp and preseason,
no practice for you, man.
He'll not. I mean, I can see him like maybe a couple days here, but taking some rest days here and there.
Tyreek Hill still not practicing due to an oblique, and Devon Achane will not practice all week due to a calf injury. I think both of them are going to be good for week 1, though. It's kind of the same thing there. Just get your guys ready to go. They're little tweaks, but I don't think anything to worry about with those two guys. Ramondre Stevenson back to practice Monday after missing Saturday's game, and Stephon Diggs, right? Stephon Diggs has been said to be ahead of schedule with no indications of missing week 1 coming off his torn ACL of last year.
Everyone's, I mean, I've seen I've seen practice highlights of him just dusting defenders, and I'm just like,
Diggs?
yeah, he doesn't look. Was he 31, 32?
Oh, that seems old.
Does it? I thought he was in his 30s.
31. Point for you. I would have guessed younger.
Bitch.
Yeah,
no, but he looks good in practice, and I mean, we've said on the pod already before. I think both of us expect Drake May and the Patriots offense to be better. They were terrible offensive line. We'll see. They've drafted a guy from LSU, rookie Campbell, fourth overall. Yeah. So we'll see. I think you mentioned it also. It's not like I want Diggs in any of my leagues.
Yeah, I'm not excited about Diggs. The good thing is he's not going to cost much. So he's a wide receiver 1 for a team that you think would be pointing in the right direction. But just coming off the ACL injury, he's 31, as I just learned 5 seconds ago. I'd rather shoot a shot on one of the younger guys at that range.
Yeah.
So we got Calvin Ridley here. Did not practice Tuesday due to general soreness.
Yeah, you like what I put in there? Same, brother.
Yeah. Yeah. Rest up, Calvin, because freaking this guy, he's gonna be needing you this year. So besides you, he has nobody.
Literally. They got Chig. Just going back to Diggs real quick. He's looking like almost a 10th rounder.
Yeah, so that's not
but a wide receiver 1 for his team. So
yeah, they throw him as your wide receiver 3 or 4. It's probably fine. It's probably a little safer if you want to go safe instead of one of those dart throws at the end.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Brown practiced in a limited fashion last week, but did not practice Monday and Tuesday due to a hamstring. And Devontae Smith did not practice with a groin injury.
Yep.
So that's not good.
Yeah, they both. I think it's Devontae. I think that just came up yesterday, but still, all signs are saying that they're going to be fine for week 1.
Yeah, none of these injuries are like super serious. Just keep an eye on them before your draft, which is probably this weekend or next weekend.
Yeah.
The next one, our Niners. Whoever's left.
Yeah.
Everybody's hurt.
Running backs, wide receivers. It's like
basically they're going to run out with CMC, Kittle, and Pearsall and just go 4 on 11.
Yeah.
But everybody's hurt. The wide receiver room is all hurt. What's Jawan's status?
Hurt and wants a contract.
And he
just got a contract too. I want to say after last season, not the season we just had, but the one before. But now he's thinking oh, you need me.
I mean, kind of.
So I want extension, but it's just dude, you were never more than a wide receiver 3 on the team.
Now he thinks he's him. But you like Pearsall.
He threw a Super Bowl touchdown pass, and he thinks he's him against the Chiefs.
That was sick. To McCaffrey, right?
I don't remember.
It was across the field, right?
I don't remember who it was to.
Yeah, I think it was.
I am definitely in on Ricky P. In as in value.
Can I give you some names? Can I test you?
Sure. I was gonna say, I don't think we put him in here to bring up during our value picks, but he's not. He's going undrafted.
Yeah,
and he's a wide receiver 1.
Could be a wide receiver 1. Okay, so what about Ricky Pearsall or Chris Olave?
Pearsall, absolutely.
What about Pearsall or Jawan?
Pearsall.
Pearsall or Roma Dunze?
Yeah, I'm going to take the wide receiver 1.
Okay.
Well,
there you go.
Wide receiver 1.
I mean, that alone, I think, is just keep an eye on him, and he's going undrafted. So we're talking about, value picks later. He's not a guy we have listed, but
I mean, you can easily get him as your wide receiver 3 or 4, and he's going to be the team wide receiver 1 for
a great offense.
Well, yeah, then for however long until Ayuk gets back.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows if Jennings is going to, I don't know.
Trade high candidate.
Yeah, I like that too.
I like that. And then Jalen McMillan on the Bucks has seen in a neck brace and was put on IR. Source says he could be out till week 10.
Yeah,
Yikes.
So he got put on the IR, so he's out 4 weeks. But what I read was that, according to a source, that it could be through their bye week, which I think it's 9 or 10. And I put that in there just because, I mean, that's just not to say too much because he's going to be one of my guys, teaser. But Egbuka is just, I mean, week 1, he's starting out there with Evans. no McMillan, no Godwin.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that everyone knows about him and we all want.
Yeah, but you look at his ADP and it's just wild.
Yeah. So if you got a sharp league and a lot of guys that pay attention to, like maybe in your home leagues, you can get away with.
Yeah, we'll see after this weekend what his ADP looks like.
Yeah. So we'll see. Okay, so moving on, we got the segment that we were talking about, calling it Fire Sale.
Fire sale.
So this is maybe if you want to load up on certain positions in the early rounds, we're going to give you one guy at each position that we really love their ADP, or basically all these guys are going pretty late in drafts that we can make a case for to slot into your starting lineup, potentially. One from each position: quarterback, running back, receiver, and tight end. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
For my quarterback, I went Jordan Love. I think I've mentioned already on the pod. If I haven't, and I'm saying it now, I mean, 2 years ago, he was quarterback 6, I think we looked up. Last year, got hurt early, slow start, did not look the same, but he did get better as the year went on.
They relied on Jacobs a lot.
Yeah.
Touchdowns.
I think that's like 2 years ago. I mean, he was airing it out. Like he was just throwing it. Yeah. And he also had everyone healthy for the most part. But Watson, I think, is starting on PUP. Jaden Reed, who knows? But the Matthew Golden is, everyone's been talking about him.
First round receiver.
I think Tucker Kraft is solid for even just like for the team. Solid for the team. I took him in a mock. I think he's a good late round flyer for tight end. But yeah, I think his round was 14th, so almost undrafted. And we're doing this, I don't know if we mentioned it, one quarterback leagues. So it's
just
like
standard.
Yeah, standard
leagues.
Yeah, I mean, he also mentioned that he wants to run more this year, which you love hearing.
Ooh.
So we'll see. I just think if he can, I kind of view him. I have it here, like Stroud, where like 2 years ago these guys were the youngins up and coming, and everyone was just like, "Oh my god, these guys are sick." We have a guy in our league who won his league.
Yeah, Love
kept Jordan Love.
Yep. Probably gonna keep him again this year.
Yeah, so I think that's for that value. I don't really have who's around him, but I think that's a good value there in the 14th.
It's just more so saying you could really wait on quarterback.
Yeah.
And just stack up your receivers, stack up your running backs, get your tight end, and then still have the confidence to throw this guy in the 14th round.
Okay. Yeah, and the injury he had last week, non-throwing hand, was his pinky?
It was like his finger.
Finger. Had a procedure. I don't think that's going to be bothered.
Who needs a finger?
He also, I looked at their schedule to start the year. I believe he plays like his first 2 games are at home. I think they're difficult, but like 3 of his first 5 games are from like the bottom 3 defenses from last year. He's got the Panthers, Cowboys. I think it was the Commanders.
Oof.
So those are 3 of his
first. Great for him.
Yeah, great for him. So I think he could easily be a guy, just like you brought with Ricky P. Could be a trade guy too.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. So for my quarterback, I went Dak Prescott.
Love that.
So little similar thinking here. Going back 2 years ago, he was a top 5 quarterback with CD, and they played the whole season. They couldn't run the ball, and I think it's going to be more of the same this year.
I was going to be like, yeah, it's the same.
And they also added George Pickens. They still got Ferg, and they don't really have a running game or a defense.
Pickens, who you're not in on.
I mean, it's more so that I like him more so for Dak. Pickens as standalone, I'm not excited about, but
I think with CD sucking up the coverage there,
he could have some big games.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a T. Higgins type of player.
Yeah, I think he could be solid.
Which makes sense why I don't like him. But more so the defense and the lack thereof of the running game. Who's to say Dak can just go out there, throw for 4,500 yards, 30-something touchdowns, and he's going the 11th round. So Love is a little more of a deep cut, but
yeah, I'm in on Dak. I think he's a guy that I'm totally willing on trying to get.
Dak, for sure, I'd be fine in a 1-quarterback lead with him as my starter. Because I know if I have him, that means my running backs and receivers are stacked.
They're another one where their start of the schedule is rough. They start at Philly week 1. They have the Giants at home, but the Giants have a really good defense.
Right.
Then they go at Chicago, Green Bay, at the Jets. So,
well, I do remember you bring that up, but I remember in 2023, Dak started off the season and CD really bad.
They were bad.
It was like the first quarter, even leading into the first half, and then they just turned it up.
I think he was just like quarterback 1 or 2 from like week 8 on or something like that.
A little before the first half of the season, just right in that middle split. So I just think it's set up for him and that passing attack to be similar to where they were 2 years ago. And last year, I'm kind of just throwing away. Where maybe this ADP, well, I know this ADP is reflective off of last year and just a complete shit season for the Cowboys. I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl or anything, but I mean, Dak, when he plays a full season, has always been fantasy relevant.
Yeah, I think maybe not casual fans, but I think people just see the Cowboys as crumblers. So I think there's this hatred for Dak because they suck in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But like for what we do, like for fantasy, now there's also health because there's been 2 or 3 seasons now where he's missed either a full season
3,
or
I think.
But in his healthy ones, I'm pretty sure he's like a top 8 quarterback every year.
Which one he plays?
He has a QB 2 or 4 in there. So yeah, I love that pick. Do you want to mention or give a shout out to your?
I brought up Goff a few times. I think you can make an argument for either way for Goff.
Goff's another one who gets a lot of hate, from me included.
With Ben Johnson leaving, their schedule's tough, but they still have so much talent. Their offense is pretty much, it seems stable to me. Everyone has their role. Goff last 2 years has been a top 8 quarterback for all the hate that he gets and the bad games that he has. And then you look up at the end of the year and he's still solid.
I think with me, like, I don't even.
His bad, it looks really bad.
Well, no, not just that, but he's basically in the same situation as like Burrow. Obviously, he's nowhere near as good as Burrow, but like he's going to give you literally 0 on the ground. So like he has to
produce. Same thing as Stroud, and
he needs to throw 30 touchdowns, and
which he has the last 2 years.
Yeah, and so how much of that do you accredit to the coordinator who's now in Chicago?
That's the question. Yeah.
So I think he's if Ben Johnson was still there, I don't see why.
They've never liked Goff with rankings, for even like going back to last year when, he had a good 2023. Once again, it's probably the rushing, and there's always a few. I think that last year, Richardson and Stroud were in the top 10. So I know they pushed him down a little bit, but Goff's not a sexy pick for sure. And once you brought up the pocket passing, for those rushing quarterbacks always give you a higher baseline. But I think it's more so just speaking to the players they have and this kind of culture that they've built.
He just needs to get the ball to the guys.
Yeah, that's it. Just throw it to Gibbs, and he'll do the rest. J-Mo, who we might be talking about a little bit.
J-Mo, and Amon-Ra is going to be there.
Yep. All right, who you got at running back?
All right, my running back. I didn't necessarily struggle with this one. I like your pick, but I just,
yours is a deeper cut than mine.
I just think to start,
actually, all of yours are.
Everyone wants to start off hot. I think Dobbins is
J.K. Dobbins on the Broncos.
Yes, that's my pick. J.K. Dobbins. He's going in the 11th round, which is, I believe, 3 rounds after Harvey. So long term, a lot of my guys are not tight end, but the guys we've talked about, you brought it up with Ricky P too, trade candidates too. If Dobbins starts, I think he'll start week 1 just because he's the vet. They brought him in there.
Like the standard.
Yeah, but he's a guy where if he starts just like he did last year, you could probably trade him because I like this pick more so just to start my year.
He's a good 0 RB guy too. If you want to go, my guy is as well. But
I'd rather have Harvey for the season But I think just to start,
You throw him in a pinch. Yeah, no, I like it. I always like to see, some of these guys that,
and I mean, he was good last year.
yeah, this was in the same realm last year where you can look to get to a guy later. And then also, this is the running back position we're talking about. So for the first few weeks of the season, there's always some guy that appears on the waivers. So if you want to go with a 0 RB, stack up your receivers, get an elite quarterback, get an elite tight end, maybe just get your running back in the beginning and wait a long ways. There are definitely
Yeah,
different
take
ways
Dobbins and take an upside guy.
Yeah, there's definitely different strategies to that
Or take the upside guy, then come back and get Dobbins to start.
for a few weeks until you see what your upside guy is about.
Yeah.
I like it. I got Tony Pollard. So this one, when I was looking at the running backs, this one kind of jumped out to me because of the Tajay injury. He has just not been able to stay healthy. And you talk about the Titans, ideally or allegedly, this team is taking a step up, hopefully, from Will Levis to Cam Ward. Just going to be doing that all day. If Pollard, you talk about the start of the season hot, while Tajay's not there, if he gets that early down work and even a 3-down back to start the year, he's a goal line back. He's definitely a guy going in the 8th round that I would feel okay with throwing in as my running back 2.
Has absolutely zero competition either.
It's going to be gross.
Without Tajay Spears there, like, it's Pollard.
It's going to be gross. Don't watch the games, but if he's 20 for 80 and a touchdown, you're going to be excited.
I mean, he can catch the ball too.
Yeah.
We'll see if Cam Ward, if that's his game. A lot of the rookies,
he was solid last year too. He had some games.
I feel like a lot of with the rookies, quarterbacks that come in, they want to go for the big play a lot. They don't like checking down. They want to make the big play, the hero play. So we'll see but I mean, everything you hear from people, like Cam Ward seems like very pro ready.
We'll see.
So we'll see.
Definitely not in his interviews. And we'll see about that. But no, in all seriousness, I have slight optimism for Ridley, slight optimism for Pollard as just wide receiver / running back 2s to flex guys that you can throw into your lineup. And I think if you want to wait, go for like one of a stud, like we just talked about with Dobbins, like go for a stud running back in the beginning and then wait past all the mid running backs. And now you're getting into the later guys. I would feel okay throwing Pollard in.
I mean, I feel exactly the same I was high on Ridley going into last year and I drafted him because I was like, this dude was sick in Atlanta. Obviously he had was a gambling.
Yep. And then he sat out a full year and then got traded to Jacksonville, played 1 year with them, and then 1 year with Tennessee.
It was mediocre in Jacksonville because Trevor sucks ass. And I mean, he could easily see Lockett is their wide receiver too. And
they don't have Treylon Burks anymore.
Yeah, I guess it's not worthy because he's not really fantasy relevant, but he got hurt.
I got the depth chart.
That was
Van Jefferson.
Yeah. So Ridley can see, he can see high 20% target share easy.
Yeah, I'm slowly, once again, our draft's in a few days. When you talk about low, guys you're not excited to draft, Tony Pollard versus guys that have high upside. But, 2 years ago, when Pollard was coming off that injury, he was like a top 5 ADP running back.
Yeah, then people started saying, oh, he's a better RB2 or split when he got the main whatever.
We saw this last year when Tajay missed time. He came in, he had a couple good games. He's the goal line back. I think he's a solid option.
So I was looking. So he's below guys. Aaron Jones.
Pollard. Give me him.
He's below Chaco.
That one's tough. I'd be
DeAndre Swift.
Hunt and the Pacheco thing. Obviously, the Chiefs are a better offense, but as far as opportunity, Pollard will have more for sure. What was the last name you just said?
DeAndre Swift.
Pollard all day.
DeAndre Swift is going almost 3 rounds before.
Talk about the
Tony
gross.
Pollard.
Really? No shot. I'll bet anyone.
He's going early 6th, and Pollard's going literally like the last pick of the 8th. Yeah, and then guys kind of around him. I like Dave Montgomery. He's going 2 rounds ahead of him.
Better offense, less opportunity.
Breece Hall
Nope.
is 5th round.
Nope. I'll take Pollard.
So yeah, I like that pick too. He was a guy that I considered. I'm kind of excited actually. I've always liked Ridley. I think it's because I had him maybe like our first dynasty year or before we made it a dynasty. I had him, and he was sick in Atlanta.
Oh, when he was on it, yeah, he was sick. He was
Yeah.
top 5.
He's just
What was that, like 2020, 2019?
Yeah, I'm not sure. But anyway,
Why don't you read your receiver and I'll look that up.
good pick. My wide receiver, I briefly brought him up with our last injury to McMillan on the Bucks, but it's the rookie Egbuka. I was trying to figure out, like, Tet is massive. McMillan.
Mhm.
I've seen different sites have him at 6'5". I've seen him at 6'4".
It was 2019. Calvin Ridley. Wide receiver 4. Carry on.
But I think, like, especially with injury to McMillan, no Godwin. I mean, no one is going to tell you that the Panthers have a better offense than the Bucks, and yet McMillan is going 8 rounds earlier.
Both first-round picks.
Tet McMillan going 8 rounds earlier than Egbuka, and it's just like
Another year older from Mike Evans.
Yeah, he had a sick. He only had like 1 catch, but he had a sick
He scored,
falling to
right?
the ground
Yeah.
touchdown
Yeah.
from Teddy Bridgewater.
Gross.
Baker's been talking him up. Baker said, like, of all the things that he's looking forward to, it's this rookie wide receiver. He said he's amazing, and I'm just like,
Yeah, how can you not like that?
yeah. I mean, their offense was sick last year. Baker was obviously he's your guy. He was QB 6 around there. Bucky Irving is good. I just think that's a good offense. Todd Bowles has talked him up, their head coach. So yeah, for the 12th round, I mean, I'm almost comfortable.
I was about to ask you. I think I know what you're about to say. Are you comfortable with putting him as your wide receiver 2?
Yeah,
to start the year?
I'm almost at the point where there's nobody else. Like, it's gonna be Evans and Egbuka
Yeah.
week 1. And yeah, I mean, we've tried not to overreact to the preseason comments and hype, but I mean, there's clips of him all over practice.
Interviews.
Baker, the guy who's going to be giving him the ball, is talking about how excited he is to play with him.
Right.
Their offense was sick last year. I mean, they lost was it their coordinator?
Liam Cohen? Yeah. That's it.
So we'll
Well, that's
see.
a big deal, but
Yeah, we'll see what that means. But yeah, I mean, if I can get him in the 12th, and I'm saying I'm comfortable having him as my wide receiver too, I think. I don't know if I'm fully on board. But in the 12th round, like, that's going to be like your 4th receiver.
yeah, 3rd, 4th.
So give me that all day.
Okay.
And then while you're looking up yours, I just want to see kind of like what I was doing to see who's going around him. Just because, I don't know, I just think it's a crazy value. Like, the first guy I see, Cooper Kupp is going 4 rounds earlier.
No thanks. I've told you, I think he's completely done.
So Juwan Jennings ahead of him.
Yeah.
You just brought up Stephon Diggs.
Mm.
Debo's ahead of him, 3 rounds.
Mm.
Roma Dunze is 5 rounds ahead of him.
Roma Dunze, I look at him every time. I'm just like, what is this guy? Is he just going to be a touchdown guy? Because he's a big body. I haven't really gotten a read on him yet. Because obviously last year the Bears kind of disappointed. But it wouldn't shock me if he had an okay year.
So there's PFF has updated ADP. McMillan has dropped 3 rounds.
Oh, wow. Just because of the injury?
I'm not sure, but it was in the 5th round when we were doing our
Yeah.
It could still be that on Sleeper, because I'm looking at PFF and they do ESPN.
Right.
So it still could be that way on Sleeper, because I know when we did the mock, when we were looking, he was like 5th round. but he's now at 83, so 8th round. Even still, I'd take the value of that 4-round difference with Egbuka.
Right. No, I like it. I mean, you know me. My keeper is going to be Baker. So, yeah. Could be a little reach from your boy over here on the draft. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Egbuka's going 4 rounds after Godwin, who won't be there the first 4 weeks.
Yeah. Godwin coming off a couple different injuries and a couple different procedures I'm not excited about.
Yeah. Anywho,
But
who
anyway,
you got?
Got Jameson Williams. So he's going in the 7th. But he's someone, I brought up Goff. I think he now, with all the distractions that he's kind of started his career with the off the field stuff, injuries. He had a good year last year, like a mini breakout. He's a big play guy. I think as a flex option or even a wide receiver too, I could throw him in that category.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for sure, flex. But
Yeah.
I'd meet you there with wide receiver too. I'm in on him too.
If you get more of a stability guy, maybe Nico Collins or so like a PPR guy with your first pick, and then JMO's kind of your boom receiver, I think that's a good pairing. And I just think that as we kind of go into the future here with the Lions, he's a first round pick. They wanted him. I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown kind of came out of nowhere. So with JMO, they've always wanted him to kind of be the guy. So I think as we kind of get into the career a little bit here, it would not shock me at all if we saw, 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns.
Yeah, and with Johnson, they used him a lot with those end arounds, like a lot. He had a lot of those. We'll see if that stays the same with the new scheme, but yeah, he's
one of the best.
He's a fun
play threats.
Yeah, he's a fun guy
from the receiver position. He might be number 1 actually. Just someone who could take it and go 60 yards any play. And I think in the 7th round, a guy, once again, this little, not as much as a dart throw question mark, because 7th round, I mean, there's still, can you pull up who's going around him at that time? But, you look at this round and later of guys that, once again, are like the arrow is pointing up. And I think for JMO, now that, there's no injuries, there's no off the field stuff, no suspensions. He had a great year last year. The outlook for this year is going really well. And I just think that he will beat his 7th round ADP.
Something that's weird also. So I'll tell you like around him, but I want to say he was in the top 20, inside the top 20 receivers last year. Or like right around it.
I could look that up.
And they have him ranked outside of the top 20 this year. So it's like they have him declining somehow. I don't know how that makes sense.
Could be Ben Johnson related.
They have Travis Hunter higher than him.
Absolutely not.
So, yeah, I mean, this is just the ranking. As far as the ADP.
Wide receiver 16.
Yeah, so they have him at wide receiver 22.
Yeah, I think he'll beat that.
Yeah, I don't understand why it would go down. Like, are they just saying because of Ben Johnson? But guys around him, well, the rookie, McMillan, is like 3 picks right around him. Let's see here.
I'd rather have JMO.
Rashee Rice is ahead of him.
JMO. A little too much uncertainty there.
DK Metcalf is 3.5 rounds ahead of him.
Give me JMO. DK is going to see more targets for sure. Just the way that I like to play, I brought this up to you multiple times.
Jalen Waddle's ahead of him?
No, absolutely not. When I watch, I like to have guys that are fun. And when I'm watching Red Zone and they go to the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers is yelling at everyone, yelling at his lineman, yelling at his coach, yelling at DK, yelling at stupid Roman Wilson for not doing a right route. It's like that's not what I want to turn into. I want to tune into the Lions getting chunk play after chunk play, and then Goff going deep to taking a shot deep to JMO. So he's someone I'm excited about. He's I mean, on our wide receiver show, I don't even think I had him in the top 24, but I've been growing on him, and I think he's been one of the guys I'm going to be looking to get.
I'm going to give you 3 names here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you 4 names.
Okay.
What was my other guy? Okay. So these are all 7th round receivers, ESPN ADP. We got Ridley.
JMO.
So Ridley's like the first-ish pick in the 7th round. They have it. Shortly after him is... Oh, well, Devontae Smith's in there. I think he's the one I'd rather be on Smith's side.
That's a close one.
But
both wide receiver 2s. You can go either way there.
So these are all 7th round guys. Waddle.
No, absolutely.
Pickens.
JMO.
Ridley.
JMO.
And then I mentioned Devontae.
Smith is the one guy where I could go either way there. But those other 3 guys.
I said Judy, right?
No, you didn't say Judy.
Oh, Judy.
That's a close one too. Give me JMO. But it goes, I'll do JMO, Devontae Smith, Judy, and then those other 3 guys.
Oh, so you would take JMO over Devontae? I think he's the only one out of that list where I'd rather have
I think Devontae Smith, I think his ceiling is just what he is. I don't see him being any better in that offense now with Saquon. And
I think, though, this isn't, obviously, you can't plan for this, but, like, I also just like knowing, like, if anything were to happen to A.J. Brown, like, Devontae Smith, it's like...
Sure.
Whereas, like, I feel like JMO thrives better as not being the one guy.
I could agree with that.
So I always like knowing that, too. Like, I think Devontae Smith could be a wide receiver 1 on another team.
Right.
I think he's always been solid.
No, I wouldn't. I would go 50-50 there.
But over the other guys, I already mentioned, I do like Judy's. Now that Flacco's there.
Yeah, that's why I hesitated a little bit.
I mean, we saw it with Winston last year. So it's like...
It was good. And that was, he finished as a top 20 receiver, I think, Judy. But he didn't get all that.
He was inside, like 18.
He didn't get all that till the second half of the year. That all came in bunches.
I don't even want to talk about tight end.
You just want to say who you got?
I'll say my name, and you already kind of mentioned the offense, but I'm riding with your quarterback's tight end, Ferguson. He's basically going undrafted, 14th round.
This is in the punt tight end category.
2 years ago, was solid with Dak. I think he was a rookie. Was he rookie that year? I can't remember.
Keep going. I'll find it.
I can't remember also when Schultz left. That was
3 years ago.
Okay. So that might have been... Like they had several guys. They had Schoonmaker. They had Ferguson. They had another guy. Can't think of his name right now, but solid as a rookie. Going into last year, he was in like the top 8 of tight ends. And then I don't know if it's because he got hurt last year. I mean, I don't know what you expect when Cooper Rush is your quarterback, but like you said, a punt, tight end, sure. But I just think that offense is going to, as long as Dak's in there, I mean, and he targets him too. Like when Ferguson plays with Dak, he targets him a lot.
He was tight end 8 in 2023.
Yeah, and I don't think he played like every game either, because I think was he a rookie
in 22?
Oh, okay.
He played 17 games.
Yeah, so I'm probably thinking of 22. So Schultz was still there in 22? Probably.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have much else to add.
I'm in. No, I like punt options at tight end. I got Tyler Warren. I think you mentioned him in the beginning of the episode when we talked about dimers. He looks good in preseason. I mean,
and he went up. His ADP went up.
One thing to look at the preseason is just what team is he rolling out there with. He's been in only with the ones. Like, he's the starting tight end.
So you should like him. You should like him even more now that Dimers is there.
I plead the fifth. No, I probably do. Yeah, with Richardson, you never really had any consistent scoring from any.
Richardson's not like a check down guy. He throws a heater.
No, I just think they invested a lot in Warren, and they definitely, with the move going to Daniel Jones, I probably do like it a little bit more because they want to get everybody involved. Going to the 12th.
Yeah.
So That one is going to be rising for sure as we get into draft season or these next couple weekends. So if you can get him, I'd go get him. He's definitely, I think he might be my number one tight end target. Spoiler for this weekend. All right. So to wrap this up,
well, I'm already punting tight end. It don't matter. I'll get who I get.
You're going to punt my punt. We each have 3 draft tips that we're going to share as you get into your drafts this weekend, next weekend, just for either someone this is your first year.
Yeah.
Or someone who's been doing it for a while and you have all this information coming at you. We just kind of simplified it into 3 tips each that you can kind of just take this and run with it depending on your style or however you like to play.
Yeah, I kind of did one of each. I kind of did one for if this is like your first time playing fantasy. I try to do a tip for that. And the other one is kind of just...
I'll start this one because I like your last one.
Oh, fair.
So my first one, this is probably, and this has been more of a popular style, I'd say over the last few years and even kind of like over the last 5-ish years, tier-based drafting. So the way this is, or the way it works, you have your sheet. Obviously, like you're looking at wide receivers, 1 to 30. And maybe you have your eyes on one guy and you're 10 picks away or whatever, and you're just hoping that he gets back to you. More often than not, if you have your eyes set your eyes set on one guy, you're going to get disappointed if someone takes him 5 spots ahead of you or 1 spot ahead of you, like putting out your chips into one guy. Tier-based drafting is putting a lot of guys into different buckets. So talk about the tight ends, for example. So Bowers, Kittle, and McBride, where maybe one of them might slightly end the season better than the other. I would consider all 3 of those guys as one tier. Mm-hmm. So when you're looking to get a position or draft a position, if a tight end run or a wide receiver run or a running back run starts to go, you would always want to be the last guy to take the last name out of that tier before you have to go down to the next tier, if that makes sense. So it kind of gives you just more variety, more flexibility with your picks.
And you make this tier yourself, right?
Yeah. I would say just think of running backs, for example. So you got Bijan, you have Gibbs, you have CMC, Saquon, Derrick Henry. Like maybe that's a tier of 5. Maybe you don't like maybe one of them more than the other. You could just lump them all into one, and then 4 running backs go, and you have the next pick. Like, oh, okay, I'm going to take this last guy, knowing that I don't want to start this run because if I can wait a few picks and then still get the last guy, I'm getting better value in my mind. So that's kind of the best way I can explain it. It kind of gives you more flexibility. And obviously there's certain players that you want, but if you group all like players together, you'll have more of a chance of getting someone in that similar skill set that you want. That's it.
It's good. I do think like a lot of what we kind of put together here, they all kind of just tie in. Like it's all kind of just tied in. But my first one, I've worded it as have multiple roster constructional plans. And I gave an example here, like before the drafts, like say for the first 2 picks, like you tell yourself, all right, I want to get a running back and a wide receiver. Mm-hmm. That could be your first plan. But also within that tip, like you can't just have one plan. You're going to have to abandon ship because how many times have you, if you've been doing drafts for however many years you've been doing them, how many times have like you've had your eye on a player and then they're gone?
For sure. Too many.
It happens literally probably every draft.
It's going to happen in a few days.
Whether you're doing a draft online and like you utilize the queue thing and you got guys queued and then they're gone.
Gone.
It's like you got to have multiple plan A, plan B, plan C. And it could be like, so the one that I brought up, which is kind of like my own, I think it's kind of both of our personal, like what we try and do, like to balance it out, running back, wide receiver. But like, it also depends on where you're picking. So like if you're doing a 1 quarterback league, like maybe your plan is, I want to get a quarterback. Like I want to get Josh Allen early or something like that, well, have a plan for what you're going to do after that. Because
what are some late receiver, late running back guys I can get if I take Josh Allen?
Because if you go and take Josh Allen or Lamar or whatever, then like that's the only position, right? That's the scarcity position. So like you got to have a plan of where you're headed next. Because say you go running back, then like your first wide receiver will come in the 3rd round, and all those top end guys are going to be gone. So just have a plan, have multiple plans depending on where you're drafting. Like I love the wraparound swing pick, the back end of the first, because like you're getting 2 guys like boom boom within 3, 4,
like in
5
that last
picks.
third of the picks. Yeah.
So like if you had a plan, I want a running back, wide receiver, well, there's a very good chance that you can execute that plan and easy in the first 2 picks. If you're in a draft where it's just randomized and you don't have a choice of where you get to pick, like you get the first pick, and maybe this was your plan, you got to think of where you're going to go after you do that first pick, because you're going to have 20 picks if you're in
look
a 10
ahead
team
to
league.
see some guys that you would be okay with.
So just have plans, multiple plans. You're probably going to have to abandon them. So just be ready. That's my first tip.
Love it. My second one is pay attention to the team and rosters around you. So kind of piggybacking off of where you're drafting in the draft, there's kind of 2 different ways I look at it depending on where I am. So when you're on the turn, either the first or second pick or the last 2 picks, you kind of get to determine the runs and the players drafted. Like if you're at pick 1 and you take the first pick, and then you have your second and third pick, those 2 picks, just take the 2 guys you want. Because you can't really calculate 20 or 24 picks who's going to come back to me. So that one is not so much, it goes into this tip. But if you're at the 4th, 5th, or 6th pick, like right in the middle, and it's coming up to you, look at the teams. Like, so say you're drafting 4th and you make your first pick, and then it comes back to you. Look at those teams 1, team 2, team 3. Who did they take? Like, what direction do you think they're going? Because if you can kind of already predict, and this kind of happens, this is easier as the draft goes on. So maybe team 1, team 2, team 3, they load up on a running back or they load up on receivers, and it comes to you, and the team right next to you has 2 receivers already, and you want to draft a receiver. Well, maybe you don't need to, because they already have 2 receivers, so they're going to go somewhere else. So just kind of pay attention and see.
They should go
play the ADP game. If a team already has a certain amount of positions, you can kind of go the other way because they're not going to take.
You go with the probability there.
Yeah, playing the game, play the ADP game.
I think a good way to practice that, and it's really cool, like we just did it was my first time doing a mock on Sleeper. You can practice that by it shows you, like, it's color coordinated and everything. Like you could do a mock, and
mock drafts are good. That's a tip in itself.
Yeah, like see if you want to do the weighting on the quarterback game, and like if you're later in the draft, like maybe like 6th, 7th, 8th round, and look and see like who's coming up, what quarterbacks are on the board. See if you can weight even more. That's a good way to practice it, because that's the first thing that actually I noticed when I was doing the mock. Obviously, we weren't drafting; it's like real people.
You're drafting against the ADP. That's what it is. It's not the same thing every time. It's kind of like it's an ADP. So sometimes they'll take people higher. Sometimes they'll take people right at the ADP, and sometimes they'll go later. So that's why kind of getting a gauge on where people are going and drafting against people that you could see what positions they have, it benefits you.
I was going to say, just to clarify, like you brought up runs, just to explain like what exactly that is.
You're asking me to explain what that is? So basically, say it's like the 3rd or 4th round or whatever, and you just made you're the 4th pick, and you're at the 3rd round, and you just made your pick, and you have to wait like whatever that is, 14 picks 16. To get back to you. And then you just see a bunch of receivers go. You don't want to then take a receiver that is a tier below all the guys that just went. So then that makes you think like, oh, wow, all these receivers just went. Maybe I can find value at running back. Or like, let me look at my running back tiers and see.
Start a new run.
Yeah, start a new run. You never want to be the guy that,
You don't want to panic when you start seeing them. Be like, oh,
oh
no,
my
I
God, all the
went.
tight ends are going. I have to take Kelsey.
Yeah.
So that's basically
That also ties into your tier base, too.
Yeah.
All right.
What's your second one?
My second one, this is more for maybe this like for if you're new to fantasy, or if it's like your first draft doing. Shout out Ron. I see this anytime I've played in a new league, honestly, in any fantasy that we've done. You don't have to fill out every position on your lineup before, like you can take multiples of a running back.
You could fill out a bench spot before you fill
Yeah.
your starting lineup out.
Like if you're looking at your team and like you're trying to go, okay, I got a running back, I need a wide receiver, tight end, and quarterback now. Like you don't throw that out the window. You don't have to do that. Look at the rankings,
Your tiers, ADP.
It's totally fine to go 3 straight rounds of receivers if you want it.
Maybe the 2 guys that you took were risky in the beginning. Like maybe you took McCaffrey. Maybe you took Rashee Rice. Maybe you took guys that need a backup or need an extra option. So maybe you do have to go 3 or 4 wide receivers before you take a quarterback. We just gave you value guys that fill out your entire lineup, get some depth before you get into
depth.
the 10th round. And then, there are some guys that could still provide value.
I literally took my tight end with my last pick in our mock. So that was like a perfect example. Like tight ends,
you're out.
There's 3 guys that people are going high for. You don't need to fill that out. Like there's going to be plenty of guys later in the draft that are going to be maybe a point and a half, 2 points difference.
Also 2 years in a row where a late drafted tight end has been the tight end 1. To 2 years in a row.
There's
Porta and Bowers.
Did you say rookies too?
Rookies. Yeah.
Yeah, rookies.
Just late drafted guys.
There's
rookies. Yep.
And then that could easily, maybe not easily, because Bowers is great. But there's 3. I've been doing even more research here. But who's the other guy?
Mason Taylor on the Jets?
Yes. He's from LSU.
I don't know where he was going.
Yeah, I think he's from LSU.
I think he's a decently high draft pick, though.
Yeah. So there's 3 solid young rookies. I think the
Warren, Loveland, and
Seahawks drafted one too.
Elijah something.
Yeah.
I forget his last name.
But he was listed like down on the depth chart. Who knows what that means?
There's options.
Yeah, there's options that could potentially happen again. Okay. But yeah, that's my second tip. You don't have to fill out every position that you see on your roster. It's totally fine drafting multiples of, maybe not to start your draft. I mean, it's possible you could do that, but in those middle, like 4, 5, 6 rounds, like, and you're looking, you're like, okay, I got a running back, wide receiver, quarterback. Like, it doesn't mean you have to go tight end there. Get another running back, get another wide receiver.
You have to start 2 running backs, 2 receivers every single week. And we see this year in and year out. You're never going to be starting the same people as you draft, like week 1.
Yeah, your roster will not look what it looks like.
And as you are in week 14. So the more depth you have, the more flexibility you have. And especially in 1 quarterback leagues, there's always guys you can stream on the waiver wire because there's going to be guys available. Not every team is going to be drafting 3 or 4 quarterbacks. So.
And there's going to be injuries.
Yep.
Can't avoid
Maybe
that.
not this year. We'll see.
There's hardly any running back injuries last year.
Oof.
All right, what's your last tip?
All right, my last one, I'm going to say this to myself because I'm struggling with this. I do it every single year, and we even have brought up a couple of cases of this on the show. Don't let the preseason hype get you. And this could be either way. The best example I can give was Jamar Chase's rookie year. He had one of the best rookie wide receiver seasons of all time. And all I heard about in preseason, well, this guy can't catch, so many drops, not looking good in practice, not good in preseason. Then what happened? He got more acclimated. He got some experience. He got out there.
So that was negative hype.
That was negative hype. So it could go either way.
Yeah.
Like all this Travion Henderson stuff we're seeing, all this Bashul tootin' stuff. We're
tootin' and scootin'.
Tootin' and scootin'. it's just keep
I'm putting that hype out there.
just keep your head level, stick to a plan, stick to your rankings. Don't go out there and just completely base everything off of what you've seen in preseason, like Trayvon Henderson scoring wide open touchdowns in practice and scoring against third stringers in preseason. We saw 2 years ago, what was that, the Steelers with Pickett, and they had the best preseason of all time, and Pickett had like a perfect passer rating, multiple touchdowns, and he was just dog shit in the regular season.
Another one last year for negative wise is Marv.
Marv was more so just the hype of him being like a top 5 pick, and just no one knew what he was, and his ADP was so high.
And he burned a lot of people.
So just go with what
he went ahead of Neighbors.
Go with what you know. Go with your gut. Don't let these Instagram clips get to you. Me. Don't let the preseason big plays get to you. Looking at me. This is a tip for myself and others. So go with your gut.
All right. You ready for the last one?
Yeah. What's your last one?
It's simple. Have fun.
Have fun.
There's a lot that ties into this. In the end, if this is your first time doing it, it's probably going to be fun regardless, because it's your first time doing it. You'll learn. Maybe you go 2-12 or however, I don't know how many games there are, but have some fun. Have some fun at the draft. If you do an in-person draft, those are always just extra fun.
Talk some shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say for myself, talk some shit, talk some smack. Just get under people's skins. It's great.
Talk shit to the person you're drafting next to.
Tell somebody that was a terrible pick. Tell somebody that was a great pick. Play both sides
when it wasn't.
But yeah, have fun. I mean, we do this. We have, I believe Mike said it on the pod that we recorded. Trivia. That is not out yet, but like this is, and maybe some people might think it's silly, but like this is stuff that like we look forward to. This is for some people like the funnest time of the year.
Yeah.
And boys and girls, because girls play this, but like this is like the boys' weekend. This is when all the boys get together.
Friends, the friend group.
Yeah, the friend and
people are flying in from,
and especially for us
places in the country.
We have. I mean, half our league is in California, or no? Well, I always John and Gail because they're in SoCal, but
they're not here. They're on the Bay Area.
Yeah, we got 2 in SoCal,
one in Texas,
one in Pennsylvania,
one in Sacramento, which is still 3 hours.
Yeah,
away,
so like
2 hours away.
This is when, I mean, it's also just like you're hanging out. Like it's just
enjoy.
It's a trip. It's a vacation, like what we're doing. But we're doing this silly little game we call fantasy football as well.
It means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it means nothing. Yeah, have fun, but don't take it too. Like, we all will like this will happen with us. Like, don't let it affect your mood.
Yeah,
it's hard. You want to win. There's people in the league that you just want to fucking beat. Like, you don't want to lose.
Even if your team
people.
is terrible and maybe you start the season off bad, but then at the end you have a chance to knock someone out. Like maybe it's like your best friend or someone you love beating. Just like still stick with it. Have fun with it. You can find a way to have fun every single week.
Yeah.
I like it. So leading into that trip,
a
few things to talk about as we just wrap the show up here. This is year 2 for you. In our league, at least. Obviously, we've all known each other and been around each other forever, but just how things have worked out, we've all been in different leagues. Year 2, what are you looking forward to the most? Our draft trip is this weekend.
Yeah, what am I looking forward to for just the fantasy league or this trip?
The trip or the league?
Well, for the trip, we were just going over this the other night. One of our buddies, like, you just tell, put a lot of effort into some of our games that we will be doing to determine our draft order. I don't know how many years you guys have been doing it like this to where like you guys decide where you want to pick as opposed to like
a long time. I think like 10.
So yeah, so how basically to make it short, we're going to be playing all these games. You're going to accumulate or you can be eliminated.
You
and
guys will see it.
yeah, you'll see it. But he definitely put in a lot of effort into it. Made a whole PDF about it. I haven't seen the show or whatever it is, but I guess it's similar to like the challenge. Is that MTV or something, or just Netflix?
Well, not TV anymore, but it was Peacock, I think.
Okay.
Maybe. No, Paramount.
Okay.
Maybe.
So for me, for the trip,
Playing the games.
no. First and foremost, it's just being around everybody.
Being around the boys.
I
Same.
never enjoy. This is more obviously of a personal one. I never enjoy like leaving my daughter, but she's gonna be in good hands. She'll be with her mother.
Right.
That part's always hard for me. I mean, she's still new. She's only 2 years old, so it's never fun being away from your child.
Mhm.
But if there's one thing to kind of like distract that, this is like the perfect thing. Like you're gonna have fun sober. For me,
Right.
So that's first and foremost, just being around everybody. I love when Eric's in town just because he lives so far away. So it's
Yep.
cool to see him.
No, it's nice when everyone can. This is one of the reasons why we like.
Yeah, and it's just hard. The older we get,
yeah,
it's damn near impossible to get everyone available. So looking forward to that. And then, as I mentioned, the games. I just think, regardless of what they are, I don't care. I'm not picky. Like, it's still going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see the format or how it all works. I'm looking forward to that probably the most.
Yeah, we're also going to do some recording. So we're going to be...
Wait, what are you looking forward to?
Definitely hanging out with the guys. Everything, like just spending time with everyone. I think that's always number one at this point.
Yeah.
The draft is obviously the best. Like,
that was my first time doing a board draft. I've done in-person drafts before, but it's usually like one guy
where you actually go put the pick up on the wall.
One guy like types it in on the computer and he just inputs it. Like in when I've done it in Kentress's league, we've done that. That was my first time doing that, and that part was really cool. Like
it's like so official. Like,
Eli,
this is my pick.
Eli bought like all the names, and they're magnetic, right? Or they're tape
stickers.
Oh, they're stickers.
Yeah.
And like it's kind of like, what's the word? I guess not what's
satisfying?
No, what's the opposite of anticlimactic?
Dramatic?
Yeah, just like you don't know who the like person's gonna pick.
The walk up.
Yeah,
to the
so
board,
like when you're up, you're watching like you're watching Trevor going up there, and you're just like, who the fuck are you taking right now?
Yeah, it's so official.
Yeah, because some guys will like say who they're getting. Some guys will just put it up there and walk back and sit down.
Yeah, when it's a pick they're not proud of.
Yeah,
no, I love that. And another thing is just like the storylines. I think we've been doing this for 18 years now, and everyone has either players they love that have sucked, that do well.
Personal vendettas that you brought up.
Vendettas, storylines within, like, will Trevor win his first championship? Will there ever be a back-to-back winner?
That's never happened?
No. Who's going to win their fourth championship first? We have 3 guys with 3. Or will you or Trevor get there first? Will
anyone better not let me win. I'm going to be hated.
Will anyone take someone that they took last year that was shit and just shoot their shot again?
I'll take Dak.
I love that aspect of it. It's just like thinking of people's plans as the draft is going. It's like, all right, here's what I'm going to do. And
the first thing,
seeing it all unfold, all the questions are answered.
The first thing I thought of when you said that was Kev and Marv.
Caleb and
like just not wanting Marv. Like he's just.
I absolutely don't want Kyler.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of things like that. So storylines, that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. And then also it's just, we have started this channel and we want to record a bunch of shorts with everyone. We have some plans. Obviously the only shorts that we posted so far has been basically like little trivia games, but we want to get like full on trivia / questions / interviews, the vlog. That's one thing I'm kind of looking.
Yeah, kind of like the questions we just asked each other right now. Like we want to ask that to all our league mates.
Yeah.
Like, all right. Like, I mean, you guys will see. We got a lot of plans. We'll see how much of them get executed. We're going to do as much as possible. It's hard because we obviously want to enjoy the trip as well.
We're not picture guys and video guys. So this is going to be a first time like, oh shit, we actually have to spend time to.
There's going to be a moment where we'll be like, damn, we should have recorded that.
Yeah. Because now we have this whole other brain that we're thinking.
Yeah.
And the last question I got, what pick do you want? I feel like you don't care as much as I
don't. We were just talking about this the other night, and I could tell you what picks I don't want way more than I can what I do want. I'm not a fan of, and it's not like, I know some people feel like there's pressure having like the first pick.
Mhm.
It's just, I don't like that huge, like, from my first pick.
The wait.
It's really just the first pick, because after everyone,
Seeing all those sick guys get picked, and then you have to.
yeah, after every one of that, you pick 2.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, it's just, and then, yeah, if he just doesn't meet the value, then it's just like,
Oh, I've had the worst. Off the top of my head, I picked Cam Newton in his year after his MVP year.
16.
I don't think he was that good. I picked Vic 2011
11.
after his
20,
Eagles
yeah,
year.
yeah.
Wasn't good. I picked David Johnson.
Are these first round picks?
First overall picks.
Oh, first overall.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
When after his 2016 season,
Yeah, so
and he
2017.
broke his wrist and was irrelevant. I picked Chris Johnson after his 2009 season. I've fumbled
16 years ago.
I've fumbled the first pick multiple times, so I always have that in my head of just like, do I really want to do that again?
Well, I mean, it just sorry, Rick, but it just happened in last year.
I tried to tell you, Rick.
Rick went with CMC.
Over Josh Allen.
I think he even had the jersey on, or he had a jersey.
He had the
right?
jersey on.
It was just tough. Yeah, then obviously everyone knows what happened. They were like, "Oh, he's fine, and then he fucking doesn't even play week 1.
He's not fine. Yeah, I don't know what I want either, because once again, we play in a keeper league. We both have quarterback keepers going in.
I liked my pick last year. I was 4th.
Yeah. So having that quarterback already in my back pocket, I feel like I can go anywhere and make something work. Where before, if you don't, you always feel the pressure to at least get one elite quarterback. At least that's what I think. All right, so our next video that will be posted. So with that being said, our schedule is going to get a little wonky. The next video that we posted will be this Saturday, which will be the AFC South trivia in me and Matt's fantasy division battle series. And then the next one after that will be the next Saturday. So a week in between videos, which will be another trivia.
Yeah, so give us a week after our draft.
Yes.
It's going to be a lot of editing.
Yeah, because we're going to be working on the draft vlog for a while, because we want to make that awesome, like a really good video. And then before week 1, we'll have 2 shows to get you ready for the actual season.
Yeah, it'll be like a
preview. 2 previews.
Yeah, so the one before, we're kind of just going to get right into like, almost like it's the start of the season, or like we're in season, but yeah, we're going to just preview. What's the first game? You know better than me.
Bills, Ravens.
Is it Bills?
Oh, Ravens? No. Shit. That's the Sunday night game. The Friday night game is like Chiefs. Someone. Keep talking. I'll figure it out.
So yeah, that
it's Eagles someone.
Oh, okay. Cowboys by Eagles week 1.
I think that's it. Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be we'll record that Tuesday and post it day of opening day, Thursday. I don't know that date. I think it's the 4th. But then we'll also record that Sunday, which is the 30th. Sound right?
Cowboys, Eagles.
Yeah, and that'll kind of be like a...
So we're recording on 31st August, and we're recording on September 2nd.
Right. So the first one that will be published on that Tuesday, the 2nd, will be kind of like the
last minute. Well, who are our guys?
Yeah, we're still trying to word it, but kind of like
putting a stamp on someone.
Yeah. Not like an MVP, but like
maybe.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
And then probably some more stuff we'll add in there, probably to catch up on stuff that we missed. News is probably going to be a lot.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of news.
Maybe we'll briefly talk about our draft trip, but then the last one before week 1 that we'll record on Tuesday,
a full week 1,
the 2nd, and it'll publish on the 4th. Yeah, so we'll talk about the Thursday game, the Friday game, and then
that's when the fun starts.
Yeah,
actual football, because all this stuff is just keeping you busy until the games actually start.
Yeah, we're gonna try and get some dog picks out there maybe during the season. Yeah,
underdog.
We're gonna try weekly DraftKings, like DFS,
different types of DFS lineups,
and we might have some guests during that.
Yep.
All right, y'all.
All right, that's all we got. Good luck to everyone who's drafting.
Yeah, we're heading into the busiest, and then our second most busiest, and then busiest draft week. And
Go get your guys.
have fun.
Don't take this guy.
Nah,
Leave him for me.
yeah. Have fun. All right, y'all. Peace.